TAZABAH-YAHAWAHDA, Yahawashi, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to the hopeful elect Achyams out there spreading the gospel throughout the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth. All right, and present their bodies as a living sacrifice, as the scripture teach us to do. Shalom to the very, and I do mean very few sisters that do listen up as well. I'm the brother Jeremiah from the Great Millstone Chicago camp.
Brother Batakallah.
And basically, hold on, let me make sure we live. We live. And basically, we coming back to you with another lesson. This lesson is a response to the elder Apostle Tahar and a response to the beloved Elder Malcolm. You know, just going into the Jake on the train who got choked out. And to my knowledge, he killed the dude, right?
Yeah, he killed him.
Well, he murdered him. All right, he murdered him. Going into what the Apostle Elder Tahar brought out, and we always bring that out on the line. You know, the difference between killing and murder. And like the Apostle Elder Tahar brought it out, in the time of war, it's different. Hey, even in the time when some dude was committing in the ancient world, you know, we rehearsing the righteous act, so I don't compel anybody to do this on this side, which proves we in captivity. But if a dude was caught up in the matter of a moral act, or the matter of an adulterous act, or a matter of even idolatry, you know, something like going to a Christian church in the ancient world, that was punishable by death. And the Lord had a priest, and the judges really deal with your ass, you know. He would really have them deal with you. Hold on. Khan. He was Shalom, Akim, apostles, elders, a few sisters that may be on the comment board. So that was a killing. But going into the you know, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, me, you know, this brother, you know, we partitioners, all right, and practitioners, all right, and yeah, we do advise men to do it, you know, because first of all, hey, we mighty men of valor. First of all, we're men. We're men of war. Hey, the Lord is a man of war. And that's a vicious art, you know, and really it's the gentle art, the gentle way, you know, but it's very vital, you know, especially in this world, man. But if that dude would have knew what he was doing, he could have got out of that, even though we know ultimate deliverance is of the Lord, man. And we blessed to have a great teacher and a great trainer, you know, like the beloved Elder Malcolm, who's
right.
a very decorated black belt and has been a practitioner for years in this. And I go around the community, so to speak, in Chicago, and everybody know him for really whooping some ass, man. Everybody
right.
know him. Everybody know him. And speak highly of him, you know. Just like how brothers know him and speak highly of him on this teaching, he's very acclaimed in the world of martial arts, man. But we gonna get this.
Okay. The book of Psalms, chapter 144 and verse 1. Blessed be the Lord my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight.
So this is of the Lord. The Lord gave us these things. All right, just like it said, Jacob what? He wrestled with an angel. He was grappling. And this brother, I'm gonna let this brother elaborate, because before he was doing this brother was boxing. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, you know, it's just important to be able to carry yourself and defend yourself out here. And even more important than that, because, you know, it's better not to reach for violence. It teaches you to respect the ability that you have, man. A lot of problems that Jake got out in this world, especially with the gun, and it's the reason why I don't like guns, is that anybody can pick a gun up and you don't have to do anything to be able to take somebody's life with that. So people tend to not value what it takes to take somebody's life and not value somebody else's life. And you know, when you train and it teaches you to be slow to anger, and you don't want to fuck people up like that.
That's what the scriptures say, be slow to anger and slow to wrath. And that's a good point the brother brought out, because prior to, you know, me being in the truth, like I was really that type of nigga. Not the type of nigga that didn't want to fight. Like I'm one of them all my life I had to fight ass niggas. But you know, but I'm telling the truth. But growing up in Chicago, like on the south side and shit, you just know if you whoop this nigga's ass, he gonna get it. So you just gotta get it before he get it. And that lifestyle carries a attitude of impulsiveness and an attitude of unaccountability. Like I tell these young Jakes in the street that, you know, we bump into them, we chop it up with these niggas. We know all these niggas. And I tell them, like, you will avoid a fade and say you gonna get a gun, then you'll go do 85 years in the penitentiary and be fighting for the rest of your fucking life.
Right.
To avoid one ass whooping. So niggas don't have, but these were those niggers that was raised by the black woman. I'm gonna just say that. But You know, when you into the martial arts and when you into the jiu-jitsu, hey, I tell Jake all the time, I thought I knew how to fight all my life until I went to that dojo and the motherfucker got their hands on me. And I'm not a light dude when it comes to really fucking somebody up. But hey, look, it's a whole nother level. It's just like these and granted, knowing how to scrap a little bit, it's just like a dude who read the scriptures, right? But don't have niggas think they know the Bible until they come to the line. That's the analogy that I use. Niggas think they know the Bible until they come to the line. Hey, a lot of niggas think they know how to fight until they get on the mats.
That's right.
A lot of niggas think they know how. I was one of those guys. A lot of niggas think they know how to fight till they get on them mats. And somebody dealing with your ass, especially when you a big nigga like me or like this brother and the dude that's just 155 just doing all type of shit to you. Pause, you know. But that's the truth. But it do help a little bit, you know, just knowing how to scrap, because it's just like a dude who been reading the Bible all their life. They might not understand Jeremiah or Isaiah or Habakkuk, but they'll know how to get to it. But still, when you in front of the real men of the Lord and they really giving you them solid breakdowns, you realize you didn't know shit your whole life. And that's how Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is, man. And that's how martial arts is. And we got a lot of practitioners, you know, like I said, the Elder Malcolm, you know, of course, very decorated. Me, this brother, you know, the Elder Uriah, Yasharala, Abraham. I'm talking about brothers who consistently train. You know what I'm saying? The brother Shaman, the elder brother Yak, that's right, you know. Abiyala, you know, the brother Yediah, you know. The brother Tazawar, you know, the brother out in Cleveland, you know. Hey, the brother overseas out in Holland, another very decorated brother.
That's right.
Competitive martial artist, you know. We got brothers now. You got the elder brother Ma'alaya, the elder brother Barat, you know, out in L.A. Brothers really into this, you know, but brothers really should get down, you know, if they have the beings. If you are the well-being, if you're an able-bodied man, you should be doing this. Hey, one of the greatest Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners of all time is Master John Jacques Machado. He'd be what people so-called handicapped. When you look at his hand, he got the hand like DJ Paul. That didn't stop him from going out and becoming one of the best to ever do it.
That's right.
He's one of the best to ever do it. Look up Master John Jacques Machado. So it ain't no fucking excuse. You know, nigga make time to go fuck with that raggedy ass black woman. You should make time to train. And when you training, it gives you a sense of accountability.
That's right.
You know, you ain't gonna want to get high and drunk. Not saying that Jake be getting high and shit, but it give you that lazy, that video game mentality. I get high, drunk, and play the video game all day, eat fucking fried. And I eat fried chicken and get drunk and shit, but you ain't gonna be able to do that shit and do this. It's gonna knock it right out, man. You know, so it's a mentality that comes with that as well, man. But go ahead, brother.
Let me get this Proverbs. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21 and verse 31. The horse is prepared against the day of battle, but safety is of Yahweh. Exactly.
The horse is prepared for the day of battle, but safety is of Yahweh. Because we ultimately know that the Lord delivers us every day throughout our trials and tribulations, whether it's physical, whether it's financial. You know, the Lord is with us and against them, but if you don't take heed to these wise words, the Lord will deliver you to a motherfucker hands, man.
That's right.
Hey, that's right, brother. The brother commented on it. You know, that brother, he know what he's doing if you know that. You know, he was saying that John Jacques is Eddie Bravo's teacher. And yes, he is. And Eddie Bravo is Joe Rogan's teacher, who was also a decorated black belt in jiu-jitsu. Hey, and Joe Rogan will tell you, he said, I thought I was a good taekwondo guy. I thought I was a good kickboxer. Till I really went and dealt with them jiu-jitsu guys and got fucking dealt with.
That's right.
And like I said, this brother box, he know it's a difference. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I would advise brothers, if whatever you're doing, to do something. But no, jiu-jitsu is good as far as you don't have to hurt yourself to hurt somebody else. When you fighting and striking people with your fists, especially, you know, at least for me, my hands are brittle, so, you know, punching people, it hurts my hands bad without gloves on. So I don't really like to, and you know, in the line of work that we do, we tend to have to put our hands on people sometimes.
And we do it well.
And I don't like to punch people without gloves on because, you know, my hands are brittle. I'll break my hands doing that. So you can avoid all of that with just dealing with the jiu-jitsu. And then, you know, it's a lot of things that can go wrong when you punch somebody in their face and they hit the floor. You can kill somebody like that. And it'd be better. You got more control over how much you can damage somebody when you're doing jiu-jitsu, because you can just choke them and put them to sleep. You can put them in a position where you don't necessarily gotta hurt them, but you know they understand that if they don't stop doing what they're doing, that they can get hurt severely.
Hey, and you know
and
what?
They'll stop.
And you know what? And that's how you know that stemming from the original video that the beloved Apostle Elder Tahar did. That's how you know that Edomite really murdered dude.
Oh yeah.
Cause just like we got into it with a certain rap crew who we ain't gonna name, cause like I said, we're in the line of we into the bodyguard shit, you know, and we got into it with a certain rap crew that put it. And this nigga, the specific nigga, he put one of the dudes that was on our team, who's a clown, you know, a 6'5" for nothing clown. He put that dude in the hospital. And me and his brother really dealt with him, man, and had everybody sitting around and watch.
Without a problem.
Without a problem. But we was light switching them niggas on and off. That's how you know that Edomite murdered dude, because I had the dude in the rear naked choke, and I was just playing with him, switching here to here. You know, I was just fucking with him, you know, but I was cutting his lights on and off. Every time he'd get the, I just cut it off and laugh. Cause he was talking all that shit. Like I told you, he was on the road. He put a nigga that was with us in the hospital. He really felt that he was on the road until Jake got their hands on this nigga, man. They was screaming for dear life, both of them.
Yeah.
Hey, that nigga, I wouldn't show y'all, but what that nigga old dog saying, it's all on video.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just the truth, man. And that's how you know. Hey, get that Ezekiel 35, and that's how you know that Edomite who put that dude, that Jake in that rear naked choke on the train. They just had a hate out for us, man. And the Elder Malcolm have been saying this for years. He said these Edomites, years. He been saying it. He said these Edomites, they go to these dojos and they go to these gyms and they train.
That's right.
They train to attack Jake, man.
Especially these police officers.
And that's the first one he named.
This dude that ended up murdering that Jake, he was a Marine dude, but he was probably involved in some other type of police and security type shit.
Oh yeah.
And look, man,
we work with a lot of those clowns.
I done been around a lot of homeless people. You know, we got the train over here in Chicago too. I don't know if that happened in New York or where that happened. That I didn't watch the video of the dude actually putting the Jake to death. But these homeless people he didn't have to do that, man.
They harmless,
he
man.
He had that. And I mean, when you know what you're doing, you don't got to do that. You can immobilize somebody and just get off the train and wait for the next one. Like the apostle said, he put that dude to death on purpose. But it's because these Edomites, they got a vengeance, and that's okay. The Lord sent a spirit of judgment down to come get that particular Jake for whatever he had done in the past, and that's just what that is.
Hey, you know what's the spirit? I was talking to that guy. He looked. You would think he a and like it goes back to the speckled bird, which is another mystery for another time. But it's this dude. He looks like a Amalekite. That nigga actually looked like Adam Levine, who the soccer player dude.
Yeah.
I was chopping it up with him last night, and cause he be watching like videos of me and this brother doing jujitsu and shit, and he always said like, man, you know, I would have did this and that. He said, well, what would you have did as soon as you got this dude down? I said, I would have left. I would have ran. He said, you would have ran. I said, I wouldn't have ran, but I would have fucking left. He said, no, I would have kicked him out, beat him. I said, no. I said, he's already done. And I said, because first of all, I can kill him. Second of all, 5 of his homies might be walking down the street.
That's right.
This shit different out here. I would have ran. He said, damn, man, you right. I said, I know I'm right. I fucked a lot of dudes up. I understand. I done got fucked up a couple times too. I understand what happens. Said, no, I would have fucking ran. Just going back to what the brother's saying is, it teaches you restraint. And it teaches you respect for life, man.
And on top of that, Apostle Tahar, in this video, he went into how, the Edomite is not going to get in trouble with the law because he an Edomite, so they're going to protect their own. But if it was a Jake that would have did that, they'll throw the book at you.
Yeah.
And that's why it's important to learn. I would say it's important to learn jiu-jitsu as opposed to just trying to go and punch people in their face.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you can punch a dude, and when he fall back, he can hit his head on a curb or hit the back of his head on the sidewalk too hard. And it's thousands, countless amount of people have been killed like that.
Yeah.
And ain't gonna be no, I was defending myself in the courtroom. Esau finna lock your ass under the jail, and whatever you gotta do in jail is what you're gonna be doing.
That's right.
They ain't playing with niggas when it come to shit like that. And you ain't really supposed to know how to fight anyway. if these Edomites really want to be real.
Yeah.
So,
And that's why. Get that.
You want me to start at 1?
What, the Ezekiel?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could. Because they got it out. They got it out. The point is at 5, but they got it out for us out here. Go ahead.
This is the book of Ezekiel 35 and verse 1. More seer and prophesy against it, and say unto it, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate.
The Lord ultimately is going to get rid of the earth's problem, which is the self-proclaimed white man, the nation of Edom, Mount Seir. Go ahead.
I will lay thy cities I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
See, this is what they do. This is what they do to us. This is why, hey, what that nigga say that used to play rock, not The Rock, but that he played on Minister Society when he was telling them niggas in the room, he said, the hunt is on and you're the prey. This is why.
Kind of the chubby black nigga with the
yeah.
He wearing glasses and other shit. He was in the
that cat.
He was in Sopranos too. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, Jake, no, that nigga the same Minister Society. Go ahead.
Verse 6, therefore as I live, saith Yahweh power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
And that's why they got to get judged, because they ain't hated blood, man. When it comes to you Negroes, so-called, you know, when it comes to you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and your seed that's been scattered abroad, it's always going to be a hate that these devils have for you. So it's definitely good to get out here and take care of yourself. And I know what I'm doing.
That's right.
You know, I know this brother know what he doing. We done had great wars. And I go to these other gyms. And when I go to these other gyms and I roll with these higher belts, and you know, that's not to brag, you know, because it's all respect in the community, man. And, you know, hey, look, man, like John Jones said, sometimes you the hammer, sometimes you the nail. When it come to this shit, when it come to this grappling, man, sometimes you the hammer, shit, sometimes you the nail. But I go, hey, look, man, I go to the higher belts, and I really deal with these guys, man. And the first thing they say to me is, who taught you this? As soon as I say the name, they just know. Yeah. They know him, they know the elder, they know his professor, and they speak highly of both of them. And they say this, oh yeah. You and after that, you know what they say? You welcome anytime, man. Hands down, they always said you welcome here anytime. They say those are real guys. Those are real jiu-jitsu guys. You welcome here anytime. I know those guys. Those are decorated guys. Those guys been around for decades. You know, even sometimes I go to this export here on Logan Square. You know, a lot of fighters, you know, go there because they got that, you know, they got the big ass bags. Yeah, and I do just drills, just shoot drills on them. And dudes that see me, they say, who taught you? And I say that, and they just like, and they, you know, I went to one dude. He was a teacher. He was a black belt. He was an instructor at Henzo Gracie, and he said, who taught you? Man, as soon as I said the elder, his eyes lit up like a baby. He was in Northern Kingdom. He was an Ephraimite cat. He was in that. He had his nephew in there doing deadlifts and shit to build him up. And that's another thing you, Jake, should be doing: functional exercises and compound exercises. Get your head out the black woman's ass and get to work, man. Yeah, the Lord didn't get his dudes in wheelchairs, man.
That's right.
His dudes is handicapped. His dudes is paraplegics, man. That wish they had the ability just to walk, man. The Lord gave you all this, man. Get your fucking ass off the couch, man.
That's right.
Stop being a fucking nigger, man. All that unaccountability, all that not training, all that not sparring, that shit for pussies, bro. Right. We never been into that in the ancient world, man. Hey, get Abraham trained his house. Get that. You know, his men were trained, man. Charles Dutton. What is this, Benji? Shalawam Makim. That hate, fighting, put you in chokes. Shit's got a lot of politics in it. Look, man, everything got politics in it, Jake. What the fuck that got to do with fighting? Jake, go ahead, look. Who cares, man?
This is the book of Genesis chapter 14 and verse 14.
And we from Carlson Gracie senior lineage.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 14 and verse 14. And when Abram heard that his brother was taken captive, he armed his trained servants, born in his own house, 318, and pursued them to Dan.
You see that? No, that's cool. Read the verse before. Because this was the slaughter of kings, to my knowledge. Probably. No, that's fine. This is the one I wanted. This is the one I wanted. Yeah, read the 14 again. That's the one.
This Genesis 14:14. And when Abram heard that his brother was taken captive, he armed his trained servants, born in his own house, 318, and pursued them unto Dan.
You see that? He said he armed his trained servant. These were men that was trained in warfare, man. They understood how to handle themselves, but this is with the nature. Esau tried to babyfy you. He tried to pussyfy you. And why does he try to do that? Because he know we the salt of the earth.
That's right.
He know we the mighty men. Get Judges 6 and 12. All right? And if it's another one on trained, you can get that too. But get that Judges 6 and 12, man. Because this is what you really got to know coming out of here, man. This is my favorite scripture in the whole Bible.
It's the book of Judges chapter 6 and verse 12. And the angel of Yahweh appeared unto him and said unto him, Yahweh is with thee, you mighty men of valor.
We mighty men of valor, man. And the thing about that is, whatever you put your hand to do, you serving Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, it's everything. I tell brothers that from the simplest things, man. The scriptures say in Proverbs 3 and 5, trust in Yahweh with all thy heart and lean not on their own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him and he shall direct your path. Whatever you, when you train, you gotta have courage, man. Encourage yourself to get in that fucking gym. Encourage yourself to get in that dojo, man. Get the fuck off the video game sometime, man. I'm not saying there's something wrong with that. I don't do that shit at all. But I'm not shunning brothers who do shit. That's their escape, that's their deal. But you have to get into physical shit, man.
That's right.
Hey, look, you can't be 400 pounds in the wilderness, man.
That's right.
Snap the fuck out of it, bro. Snap the fuck out of it, bro. Snap the fuck out of it and get to work, man.
That's right.
The Lord is with you, man. It ain't nothing you can't do, man. Even when we go out, you know, politicking, we might walk up this street and talk to some hoes, man. Win, lose, or draw. We know the Lord with us. Or as I say, win, learn, or draw. The Lord is with you, man. So you should really get out here and train, man.
That's right.
You should really get out here and train, man. Hey, get bodily exercise, profit a little.
I've been holding it.
Man, come on, my brother.
This 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 8, for bodily exercise profiteth little, but godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is, and of that which is to come.
You know, and Jake throw that under the table, you know, for unaccountability. And a lot of Jake shunned me, you know, for not shunned me, but looked at me crazy, roasted me, made little fake punk ass jokes. And I'ma say it, I'm talking about brothers in the know. I don't give a fuck. You know? And I done made them confess this shit. Cause I know they did it just for this shit. You see this shit? Now I'ma show this shit. Just for being brolic, man. Until another person said, oh, you should be doing this. And oh yeah, let's jump. Now fuck all that. Get to work, nigga. Don't ask me about shit. But I'ma tell you something, man. I remember one time we was in the basement at the Elder Uriah crib. This was back in the day. And the Elder D-Mash was sitting there. And Jake tried to scoff it with that scripture, with their little slick shit. And D-Mash cut him up, man. Because the Elder D-Mash cut their ass up. Because they was trying to do that. This was back when I was a little younger. They was trying to do that shit. And the Elder Malcolm, not the Elder Malcolm, but and he always been on it. But the Elder D-Mash, he brought, Jake mentioned this, and he said, hey, look, we only know a little bit about the Lord. Yeah, bodily exercise, profit little, brother, but this and that. And look. Hey, look.
Lord, you can do a lot with it.
A lot. That's what the Elder D-Mash chopped him up. He said, you know what? We only know about a little bit about Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and look how much we know. Just being in physical shape in this stature, I'm gonna tell you something. This is my bread and butter. This is how I make money, and this is how I get bitches with money. Right. To give me their money with no problem.
That's right.
To buy me clothes with no problem. To go to a bitch house, and I'm gonna mention all this, man. That's paying $5,000 a month for rent, and I got $700 in my pocket. I mean $7 in my pocket. Knowing niggas will kill the trick off on this bitch.
Amen.
But when you got this, that profits in this world. When you know how to fight, respect. Hey, just like all them cats. Yeah. Like we run into a lot of fighters, man. A lot of Russian dudes, These brothers, we call them all brothers because they all act like Khabib, but they look at niggas, they don't even respect niggas. They walk right past niggas and they know who we are. You know, they seen our videos and shit, and a lot of them, we follow each other, so to speak. And they walk right up to us. And these other Jakes, these random Jakes, and they invite us to their gyms, man. They invite us to their dojos. These Russians and the Polish niggas and all these fighters, these Serbian niggas, they don't fuck with black niggas. And a lot of them be Jake. And we explained it to them in a wayward, in a different type of way without bringing out the scriptures to them. But a lot of them Russian niggas and them Baltic niggas be Jake, and they know our spirit different. But when we go into the grappling and they horseplay with us and shit, and they really see we know what we doing, it's a different respect. They don't look at you like they look at a nigger, man, because they know that you know what it takes to really go in there and just get your ass beat.
That's right.
Until you learn.
That's right.
It takes a certain type of man to do that.
That's right.
You know?
Hey, man.
And they respect that, man.
You know, a lot of Jakes that I've met, you know, from around the country, I've been to a couple different cities and met brothers that have come here. And, you know, Jake always asks questions about dealing with the woman and all of this. And, you know, a lot of Jake be mentally defeated and be lacking confidence, man. And it's because you're not doing nothing physically, man. You know, when you, even if it's not the training as far as the defending yourself, which you should do. And I would say that I would do that before even lifting weights if I had to choose one. But even just the lifting weights or running or whatever it is that brothers like to do that'll keep them, you know, healthy, because your health is important, man, and mental health as well. It help your mental health, it help your confidence. But, you know, the apostle been going into a lot about eating properly, about making sure that you're healthy, because you got to be on point, man. You know, the Lord gave us this body to take care of it, man. You didn't get given this body to treat it in any kind of way. You know, that you're going off if you're doing that.
Hey, and I'm gonna say something. What this brother said about confidence, like when you in that gym, brother, you lifting weights, or you doing the jiu-jitsu, or you doing that boxing gym, it's certain shit that you don't accept. You know, it's certain women that you don't accept. Look, I can't look. I'm gonna keep doing this shit to compel, not to show off of the front. You can't look like this. You can't know what I know. You can't do what I do and talk to a bitch with a hair hat on.
That's right.
With 5 fucking kids in the bed, 3 kids, let her telling you what to do.
You're not gonna.
I wouldn't even make eye contact with a bitch like that. You ain't gonna eat certain food. You're not gonna part. You carry yourself a different way when you have that discipline. On top of having the highest form of knowledge on the planet, and that's the wisdom, you know, the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahawah. I don't even know why brothers got that and entertain certain women.
That's right.
That alone. Look, I'm amongst one of the hopeful elect. I'm not talking to no goddamn nigger woman. Are you crazy? We not making eye contact.
Amen.
Unless the good Lord we not making eye contact.
Amen. And you know,
I respect myself too much. I go through too much. I punish myself. I'm in lifting weights for 3 hours, man. I'm doing jiu-jitsu for 2 hours. I'm reading for an hour. What the fuck I'm looking at that for? What am I letting you even talk to me? Get the fuck away from me. I'm Yarmaya, you a nobody.
That's right.
And that's how all you brothers should think, man.
That's right.
Fuck that. Outside of us, fuck everybody, man.
That's right.
We special.
Yeah. Hey, man, we sat down with the Apostle Ricard. We was blessed to deal with him for an evening.
Oh, man, we spent the night.
And one thing that he said, man, is that, you know, as representatives of the Lord, man, we shouldn't be walking around out here out of health, you know, looking like we don't take care of ourselves, man.
Hey, yeah, and shout out to the honorable, man, the beloved Apostle Elder Ricard, man, who really taught me a lot, man, and really lifted up my spirit and really laced my boots, man, and really always encouraged me to train, always encouraged me to respect myself. Always encouraged me to say to hell with that nigga woman.
That's right.
Shout out to the beloved Apostle Elder Ricard, man, a mighty man of valor, man. Shalom.
But yeah, you know, he made a point to belabor that to us, man. Like, you know, you got to take that serious, man. Just like how you wouldn't allow your conduct to make you embarrass the Lord, you shouldn't allow your appearance to do that either, man. And it's not to say that
it's true.
We carnal, but all these other people are, man.
Hey, we the salt of the earth. It ain't look, man. The high priest, the priest. When you read the scriptures, like we the salt of the earth, man. It's whole chapters just about the priest getting dressed, man.
That's right.
It's whole chapters in the scripture about the priests adorning themselves.
That's right.
It's whole chapters about when you go in Ezekiel, how it compares us to the Lord bride.
That's right.
You know, hey, Revelations, when we come out, the clouds, Yahawahda, that's us coming out the church. He said, Achyams saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, adorned as a bride for her husband. Come on, man. You got to get your shit together. Hey, the nigga Cobra Tate, my man Andrew Tate said one, and I don't agree with a lot of shit he say, but I agree with most of the shit he say, you know? And he said you really got to, and first and foremost, the Lord watching us, so it's on a higher level. But he said you got to, the people you love and respect the most, he said when you getting dressed, when you training, when you doing all this, you got to think that they watching you all the time.
That's right.
You can't let these people down. Hey, we got to let, hey, the scriptures say take heed to thyself and into the flock.
That's right.
You got to really get in your head with this shit, man.
Hey, man, and you know, at the end of the day, man, we out here trying to wake up the elect so we can get out of here. And, you know, however you feel about it as an individual, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, when you look a certain way and people can tell that you can take pride in your health and you won't swole and you can defend yourself and things like that, people respect what you're saying more than if you don't, man.
Yeah.
Period, point blank. People gonna take you more serious, and they're gonna know that you actually really put in time doing whatever you do because they can see that in your appearance.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, Jake can feel like it's carnal if they want, that's fine.
Oh, it is carnal. No, Salaki. To an extent, it is carnality is not wicked. It's just the difference between carnal and spiritual. You can't be carnal-minded, just trusting in your flesh, but something that's carnal, this is not wicked, because it's carnal. You know, Jake just relate being carnal to being wicked. Go ahead, bro. I just want to clear that up.
Yeah. You know, at the end of the day, before any of us came in the truth, we was carnal-minded, man.
Exactly.
You know, so when trying to wake up people that's in that mind state, and you know, of course, if the Lord want them to wake up, that's the only way it's gonna happen. But people take what you're saying way more serious when you have a physical way to show them that you really disciplined.
Oh wait, it's in the scriptures.
You know,
it's in the scriptures. That's the Lord said. Hey, the Apostle Paul said what? I became all things to all men.
That's right.
All right. He said I became, and the Lord said if you don't believe the words, believe the works, man.
That's right.
This brother just really out here putting their life on the line and putting in work, man.
That's
you know,
right.
outside of this brother tell you, bro, I wake up, the first thing I do is read. I don't even care if I spent the night over some bitch house, man. Look, I tell a bitch, look, I'm finna take a shower, go in the room, be quiet. I'm finna get on the phone and I'm about to read. Leave me the fuck alone. Give me 30 minutes to an hour. Just don't talk to me till I come back in the room. I'm on the phone. I'm reading the chapter out of Proverbs, chapter out the New Testament, chapter out the Old Testament. After this, we can talk again. Matter of fact, go fucking cook.
That's right. Hey,
you
man.
know? But I ain't gonna say that last part because they doing that shit anyway.
That's right. Hey, and the brother Yawana, you know, he said, you know, he in Iowa now, but the brother
shout out
Yawana,
Yawana,
the Chicago camp, man, and he said it about Murph a while ago. This was when I first came around.
Oh man, I'm Murph. I like that.
But he said, man, you know, that Murph physicality is a reflection of his spirit, and you know, you would be wise to make it to where people say that about you too, man.
Hey man, the water
and you can put the work in, and you can get it, man.
Yeah, it ain't like we training or getting flying some shit and dodging the line. No, we there multiple times a week.
That's right.
We studying every day. This compels me to do that. You gotta trick yourself into being great. It ain't no way I'm finna be doing all this jujitsu and all this lifting weights, and I'm not going to the class every week studying with the brothers. I'm not going to the line. No, they gotta see this shit.
That's right.
This real. Or I'm skipping videos. I'm fucking around. Hey, the Apostles been doing this over 30 years, man. They ain't fucking around.
That's right.
They ain't fucking around, man.
That's right.
You niggas, hey, Jake better stop fucking around. But that's enough, man. But hey, do that BJJ, man, and get your shit together, man. Get your shit together.
Get active in general, man.
Get active in general, man.
Even if it's just walking, starting off just walking for an hour or something through the day.
Just have a gym membership.
Do your walk and talk or something, but get outside and do something, man. Don't just be sitting in the house all day, eating whatever the hell you want to eat, drinking every day.
Or just doing it and thinking just because I'm sitting in the house all, I'm gonna just get deep.
You know?
Because I ain't around Jake. Or I ain't around. And no, man, get your ass out. Get in that gym. Get you a gym membership and get in that dojo.
That's right.
Getting that, just do it. Just do it. You won't regret it.
Yeah.
All right, but with that being said, hey, we want to, and it's a beautiful way to close the Shabbat. Hey, but with that being said, we want to say, call Alalia, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. All right. And to the hopeful elect, Achyams, Shalom, to the very few sisters tuning in. Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, and to all you brothers, you know, I can't really see the comments, you know, a lot. But hey, the water for supping with us, man. Yahweh Shai said, wherever 2 or 3 are gathered together, there I'm in the midst. You know, so hey, man, I love you brothers, man. And this is a message out of love. This is the longest video I ever did. Shalom.